So when this quarantine thing first began, I read this tweet from John Acuff, and he is one of my favorite authors. I love the book Finish, but in this thing, he was saying that you should never ever wear your flannel pants, your PJs, your sweatpants, whatever, when you're working. That if you're staying at home, you should get showered, you should get dressed, and you should dress up nice, because after a few days, flannel feels like failure. And I totally disagree. Now, I love John Acuff, but in my experience, flannel is not failure. Flannel is comfort. Flannel is flexibility. Flannel is being completely unencumbered in your creative process. If you're dressing up, you're constantly tugging at your outfit, you're worrying about what's tucked in and how you look and this and that, but there's something powerful about saying, appearance doesn't matter. I'm gonna dive straight into my creative work and I'm gonna get it done. In my experience, flannel is freedom fabric. And I mention this because just today I saw a Los Angeles Times article that was passing its way all the way through Facebook and Twitter. And all of these people were saying, hey, teachers should be dressing up nice. And hey, if you're staying at home, you should dress up nice. And oh my gosh, if you're going to be on a Zoom call, you should be wearing your best. And I totally disagree. I think dressing however you feel like is one of the few perks that we have right now. Look, I can't go to a restaurant. I can't see my family, my extended family. I can't go to a friend's house. But one thing I can have is comfort. One thing I can have is not being judged about how I look. You know what I'm wearing right now? I am wearing this shirt. In case you don't know, that is a Golden State Warriors shirt. Now, if you don't know anything about the Golden State Warriors and you're not into basketball, I'm just gonna tell you, they are a trendsetter. The Golden State Warriors were the first team to begin shooting three-pointers on a regular basis, having a small team with movement, and winning that way. And this year got off to a rocky start, but then they started the newest trend in basketball. They were ahead of the rest of the NBA this year. Basically, they quit the season before every other team quit the season, right? They canceled it in like week number 2. They're trendsetters. So this is my team, the Golden State Warriors. And if you can't see it, these are sweatpants. And guess what? I wore these sweatpants for the last month. And in the last month, I've been crazy productive. In the last month, I was able to defend and finish my dissertation. I was able to write a book. I was able to put together a new course that's fully online. I put together several webinars. I've been blogging, I've been podcasting, I've been making free resources for teachers. I have been in a productive mode. Now, some of this is just me. It is my own way of coping with this, right? So I don't get too anxious. I throw myself into my creative work, and at 5 o'clock, I'm done and I hang out with my family. That has been me choosing a healthy coping strategy, is to be as creative as possible. And for me, I'm doing what I love on a regular basis, and I'm doing it, yes, with sweatpants. And I'm okay with that. I've been teaching 4 different classes, and I've been helping different professors at my university get their courses online, and I have been loving every minute of this. But I've also been giving myself the permission on certain days to stay in and sleep in a little bit later, and to do a little bit less. I've been running and I've been weightlifting and I've been making healthy choices, but some of those healthy choices have been to take a day off, to take a day easier, to do a little bit less. And my wife and I are super lucky that we have, our kids are self-directed, they don't need a lot of help. Their teachers at their schools have been awesome. And yet what we have chosen to do is give ourselves the permission to wear sweats. And I think this actually comes down to a deeper issue. Wear whatever you want. If dressing up and putting yourself together gives you that boost to take on the day, then go for it. But if you're like me and you just want to wear sweats, and you just want to wear a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, if you're like me and you just want to be casual, you know what? That might be the very kind of comfort that you need so you can dive straight into your creative work. The bottom line is this: don't ever let anybody tell you what you should or shouldn't wear to work when you're working by yourself at home. You're making so many sacrifices right now, and it is smug and it is arrogant to tell you that you shouldn't be wearing sweatpants. Screw that, forget that. Wear whatever you feel like wearing. If you want to wear a dress, if you want to wear trousers, does anyone use the word trousers? Maybe not if they're younger than 80, but wear whatever you want to wear, because the bottom line is you are gonna tackle the day in the best way that you see fit. And tackling the day might just be that you got out of bed today and you did something. So don't let people tell you that you shouldn't wear sweats. Screw that, that's horrible advice. Wear your sweats and wear them proudly. Wear your PJs and wear them proudly. Wear that freedom flannel and wear it proudly. Because in the end of the day, it's not gonna be about what you wear. It's gonna be about what you do, and more importantly, who you are, and most importantly, who you love and how well you love yourself.